Kanye said a hell of a lot during his interview with Tucker Carlson last night, but perhaps the most interesting point he made went unnoticed by a lot of people. Ye lifted the lid on how famous people with huge influence and power are controlled and manipulated by their handlers to reinforce regime narratives. After reiterating that he was warned his career would be finished if he supported Trump, citing the example of his ex-wife Kim Kardashian, Kanye said this.
And what they do is, for people that have some form of influence, whether it's an educated black woman like my mother that became the head of the English department at Chicago State University, or whether it's the most influential white woman on the planet, being my ex-wife, they have people that are around them at all times telling them what to be afraid of. It's like not what to do or say specifically, it's what to be afraid of. And if you have a person that isn't afraid of them, you know, like a Russell Brand or Candace Owens.
Right.
It's not that we have to agree with this, but
they're not afraid.
They're not afraid to state what their opinion is.
Yes.
No one is God, and everyone has an opinion.
In other words, the biggest threat to the regime is someone with a massive platform who breaks free from their handlers. Someone who is somehow able to override the fear that is constantly programmed into them as a control mechanism and actualize themselves as an authentic expression of resistance to the evil that dominates this world. Kanye himself being the ultimate example of that. He's a huge antidote to demoralization. That's why the regime hates him. Tucker himself explained it a little further.
He is at the center of a battle, and people like him are at the center of a battle to get a message out, mouthed by the lips of influencers like him and so many others, that extends a storyline on behalf of, well, in this case, the status quo. So there are a lot of people vying to make certain that people like him say the right things, and the consequences for not doing that are very severe. So for him to come out and say all lives matter, obviously, is a huge threat to a lot of people. Who are those people exactly?
The threat of a good example is what most terrifies the regime, which is why pop culture celebrities who push degeneracy, godlessness, evil, divisiveness, and most importantly, regime messaging are exalted and lavished with rewards by the entertainment industry, while those who rebel and try to communicate something pure and universal are torn down and destroyed, which then serves as a warning to other celebrities. Amplify our evil, or we'll obliterate you. Whatever you think Michael Jackson did or didn't do, some people have compared the regime's treatment of Jackson in his final years to their treatment of Kanye. Milo Yiannopoulos warned, the wheels are already in motion. The playbook is the same as with MJ. Isolate, alienate, ridicule, sabotage, incarcerate, decapitate. Michael Jackson paid the ultimate price for a lesser transgression. Pray for Ye. Get early access to videos, exclusive live streams, and personally DM me. You've seen how much I get demonetized all the time. Well, this is how you support me. By subscribing at pauljosephwatson.locals.com. Please click the link in the description.